Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so today, can you please does everybody have the app downloaded, the MyFitnessPal? Yeah. Yes. Well, today we're going to be talking about healthy eating. And first we're going to get into groups of 3. And we're going to discuss reasons why we want to eat healthy. Okay? So you 3, and you 3 decide. We'll remind you. Don't look at it. So like what are some things that like eating healthy would prevent? Like if we ate healthy?
Do you want us to say it?
No, just.
You can write on the back of your evaluation form if you want. Don't get any paper out.
Still get back.
That's true, but it helps prevent it.
Yeah. Think of about 2 or 3. Do you guys have a couple now? Are you guys ready to share? Yeah, we are. Are you guys ready to share? Yep. What is one thing, Annie?
So you don't get fat.
Become obese, we'll say obese. Overweight or obese.
That's nice.
Okay, what's another thing for this group?
So you feel good?
Anybody want from this group?
Prevents disease.
Prevents diseases. What type of diseases would it prevent? That go along with diabetes? What other diseases would it prevent?
COPD. Coronary something. Coronary disease.
Okay, any others? You can take that.
Probably like a heart disease.
Heart disease, yep, that's a good one. Yeah, you guys have any more reasons?
Maintain a healthy weight.
Okay. No, it's hard for that.
Now, talk about obesity.
Well, hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Okay, so those are also the things that are reasons for us to eat healthy. And obesity actually in the U.S. is, for adults, it kills 1/3 of the U.S. is obese in the U.S., the adults. And then 17% of kids aged 2 to 19 are obese in the U.S. So that is something, that's definitely a reason why we should eat healthy, especially in the U.S. And can anybody think of some good ways to try to improve the way we eat, to try to eat healthier?
Track
We're going to
your-
talk about one today.
Track what you eat.
Track what you eat. That's a good way, because it allows you to see what you're putting into your mouth, and especially like the MyFitnessPal app. It shows you, like, okay, can someone name something that they ate yesterday for breakfast?
An apple.
An apple. Apple. So one apple. So you can go and you can pick between different apples, like different brands and everything like that, but we're just gonna go with the medium apple. When you select it, it shows you how many calories are in it, how much sodium, how much potassium, and how much carbs and everything like that, and then you can add it. And once you've added it, it takes away from your calorie intake. So that's what we're gonna do now. Everybody's gonna get their iPads out, and we're gonna log what we ate yesterday. If you can't remember everything, that's okay. Just think of a typical meal that you would eat during a day.
So they go to food diary first?
Yeah, go to the food, so you would go to the food diary, and then enter for breakfast, you would just go to the plus and add breakfast, and then for lunch, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna add a typical breakfast of mine, we will do that.
Look at water, it said municipal,
Mm.
water/municipal. Are you able to add it for Subway?
Yeah, you can, if you all have, like, one thing that this has is like, if you go to your dinner and you type in, like, if you went out to eat at, like, Chick-fil-A, let's say. Oh, that's my Facebook, but it has like full menus. Chick-fil-A. So it has like everything that's on like Chick-fil-A's menu. So they have like the calorie intake for each one of those and like the serving size for each thing that's on the menu, which is pretty neat. And then like Subway is like kind of different, but if you type in exactly what you have, like I typed in exactly what I ate and it came up. It was like, it had turkey and ham with spinach, lettuce, and banana peppers. And then somebody had, I guess, previously put that on there, so it had all the information for that. And then at the bottom, you can add just like how many cups of water you had throughout the day. Probably is a little more than.
How many ounces is a cup? Like, what would that be, 20 ounces? It's an 8-ounce cup or a 4-ounce cup?
Yeah. You guys able to find it?
Kind of, you can throw that like, you can throw an ad, you can scan it.
Yes, that's it. I'll show you. Here, I'm gonna borrow that. one thing that's kind of neat that they've added on there recently is that you can like scan barcodes. So like if you have little snacks or like little, oh, I don't want to So then it, did you guys see what I did there? I'll show you again.
Yes.
Okay. I'll show you again. It like, it scans the barcode for you and then it pulls it up. So it's one bottle and it's one serving. And it shows all the sodium that's in a Coke Zero. And it looks like that's the only thing that's in Coke Zero, but yeah. That's another thing they can do. If you all have like little snacks or anything like around the house that you can't find when you're trying to log it in, when you're trying to type it in and search for it. Mhm. You can also add your exercise in. We're not gonna do that today because we're just focusing on the food part of it. But you can also add the exercises that you've done throughout the day. And it will subtract, it will like take away some calories, so you'll have more calories remaining for the day. See, did you find it? Did you have trouble finding anything?
Yeah.
You did, but
They don't have monkey meat on here, so it's weird.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
Do they have anything similar?
We'll see.
Probably ought to just pretend like they got it all in there.
Okay,
'Cause
does everybody have everything logged in? Okay. Did anybody go over their calorie goal for the day? No, nobody? Everybody was under? You were over? How much over?
Like 200.
200? Oh, that's not
how do you know their calorie goal? Did you say that?
It says, it sets it up for them, like when they sign up for the app, you put in like how active you are and how, your weight and your height and your age and everything like that. So it sets up a calorie goal for you. And you put like if you want to lose weight or if you want to gain or if you want to maintain your weight. And so it already does that for them. So everybody's calorie goal is different. So did anybody, how far under were you all? Those of you that were under 400? So pretty far under. So then, not only does it show you the calorie goal for the day, you can go to nutrition, which I think on your all's phones, it will be under more, the more section in nutrition, and it'll take you to a pie chart. Is everybody there? You have a pie chart. Did anybody come close to their, I came fairly close, but did anybody come close to their goal for the day of the 50%? So half of your calories should be carbohydrates, and then 30% of those calories should be fat, and then protein should be 20% of that. Did anybody come close to those numbers? Or is anybody far?
In protein,
18. That's pretty close. What did you have for fat?
42.
42. It's a little high, but it's okay. What did you have for carbohydrate?
39.
39. So can anybody name a carbohydrate that Emily could add to make it her percentage? bread, what else? Pasta. And what foods could you add to add more fats to your diet, like a good fat, not
Olives.
olives, dark chocolate, avocados, stuff like that. And what would be a good source of protein? Peanut butter, chicken,
Eggs.
what else? Eggs,
Milk.
yeah, milk, things like that. And then this app also, you can go back to your food, or for you all, go to the nutrition section. And, oh, no, you can stay in the nutrition section. And it shows you your goal for total fat for the day in grams. And then and then it breaks it down into saturated fat and all the rest of the other fats. And then there's cholesterol by milligrams and sodium. So I went over my sodium by a lot. I don't know if you all can see that. I went
Yeah,
over
we
by
can.
like 1,000. So that's another thing that it shows you on this app. And then sugars. Did anybody go over their sugar for the day? No.
Does this group really eat that healthy?
Sounds like it. Yeah, pretty.
What's it say you need 1,200 milligrams a day for calcium?
It says, and this is also like personalized, like all the other things, like, so it's based on everyone's information. I'm not sure why. What was your question?
It doesn't say. I was wanting to know how many milligrams of calcium they want you to get. I think it's 1,200.
Yeah, it just says.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, so now if everyone will get out a sheet of paper.
Or the back of their evaluation sheet,
Yeah,
yeah.
the back of your paper. And then we're gonna answer a couple questions. The first question is, what is one reason to eat healthy? Just name one good reason that we talked about earlier. Or you can name something that eating healthy prevents, like a disease that it prevents that we talked about. Okay, the next question is gonna be, is everybody done with the first question? Okay, so the next question would be, what is one good source of carbohydrates to add in your diet? We're gonna do the same for fats and proteins that we talked about earlier. So name one for each. Does everybody have their answers written down? Okay, now we're gonna go over it. Okay, so what did you all put for the first question? What did anybody put for the first question? So you don't get fat? So you don't get fat. Okay. Does anybody else have anything different?
Prevents disease.
That's
Like diabetes.
like diabetes, yes. What did you all put for this, for carbs, for an example of carbs for the second one?
Bread.
Also,
Pasta. Pasta, what else? Bread. Okay, what about fats?
Olives.
Avocados, olives, dark chocolate.
I think that's okay.
I like dark